Hello, Commander. Welcome on board. Today we are at a Guardian site, more specifically, an Alpha Ruin. This is the ERS Orgum, our main research vessel. And we are here today to show you an evidence that the Alpha Ruin has changed. It has moved in the past. And this evidence may also indicate that the Alpha Ruin may have shape-shifting capabilities. We are speaking from the Call 173 sector, LYQ D5-59 system. This is the planet 8B. If you want to come here and check for yourself. I'll get into the Dragonfly and start the demonstration.
Will do, Commander. Let me know any further orders.
Let's go into our beautiful Alpha Ruin here. I'll turn off the hood, turn on the lights. And this is the evidence. This is the H obelisk group, the hotel group. It has 9 obelisks, and as you can see, 3 of them are laying into this hole. If you consider the 4th dimension, that is time, and that time is progressive, meaning things happen in an order, you will notice that these obelisks here couldn't fall into this hole if the hole were here already. So this obelisk group was initially conceived intact, and then this hole happened. And it's a very peculiar hole. As you can see, this hole, it's very geometrical. It's very squarey. At least the corners are very square. And it even looks like the snake from the minigame. Every Alpha Ruin has the same hole, the same anomaly, which means whatever happened here happened to every other Alpha Ruin. It's not a stretch to say that because the Guardian sites are connected to the Guardian network, and it's easy to broadcast a command to a device or something that creates this hole. So, if this happened after the obelisk group was installed here, and it is obviously moved the terrain, is there any other evidence in the ruin? As you can see here, obelisk groups need a plane surface to be installed on. This is very plain. But if we look at other groups, we start to see a pattern here. See how these obelisks are tilted? And some are even cracked, and they are next to a terrain feature. That is this, I don't know, mountain. The other obelisks are aligned, all in shape. Let's look at the next group. Same thing here. Obelisks tilted and the terrain feature. The ones that are far from the terrain feature are all normal. And this one here is even lowered into the ground, like it's sunk. Next group. Let me establish the ship. Stabilize it. Stay. Okay, this one is a bit different. It's curved, but we have the anomalous, no, let's call them tilted ones, and the terrain feature is this depression here, this right here. It's very close to the obelisk group. And this pattern happens not to all of the groups, but this one, the same thing, and it even looks like erosion, but the tilt in the obelisks are in a different direction from the terrain. And this one is sitting next to a depression. So, not erosion. This one, all fine, strangely enough. So it's not everyone. I mean, every group. And as you can see, the ones in the middle, or the ones that are far from terrain features, remain undisturbed. It's like the obelisks had their base disturbed, like someone pulled the rug on them, and it kind of makes sense because if you look at the ruin is entirely made of terrain. It's not like you can see a building or some shape buried like you can see in Guardian structures. The ruins are entirely built on terrain features. And as we can see, the anomaly in the placement of the obelisks, the terrain is not... It is stable in some parts, but in other parts, especially the ones close to terrain features, it seemed to be very unstable, or at least were unstable in a point of time. And this anomaly is also observed in other ruin types, like all ruin types, the beta and the gamma. I will make the videos about them as well. So let me know what you think about this, what could have caused this, and also I invite you to come to an alpha ruin and take a look at other features that could be hiding some 4D information like this, and maybe help us decode something we have never observed in Guardian ruins before. This is all I wanted to show you, Commander. Thanks for coming, and see you in the next one. 07.